Welcome back, Birchouse friends. Today, we are doing a stress test on our new Gen 5 Viking Shields. Now, we've been making Viking Shields for a little over 5 years now, and every year we do a little improvement to get them to a more period-accurate representation. And our Gen 5 shield is as close as you'll get to an actual Viking shield from the Viking Age era. Now, the improvements we've made on this generation are a chamfered edge on all of our period accurate Viking shields. Both the Gokstad archaeological find and Trelleborg archaeological find have a chamfered edge. So we'll have this downturned edge represented on all of our period accurate Viking shields. The other big improvement we made was to the handle. The previous generation had a handle of our own design that in hindsight looked really ugly and was definitely not period accurate. So we now have a more period appropriate handle with a faceted hand grip as we see on the Gokstad shield. This will be our last stress test on our shields because this is the last generation of our shields. Once again, this is as close as you'll get to an actual Viking shield from the Viking Age. So let's talk about the test itself for a moment. Our test, we always do 3 strikes from each weapon that this shield would have faced. So in this case, that means 3 strikes from a sword, 3 strikes from a spear, 3 strikes from an axe, and 3 shots from a bow and arrow. Without further ado, let's get to the test. And there you have it. As you can see, we beat the hell out of the shield. And even as busted up as it is, it's still very solid. This would absolutely do the job of protecting you if absolutely necessary. Very obviously, this is not the shield you'd want to take out with you onto the battlefield, but if you really needed a piece of protection, this could still do the job. Let's take a moment and talk about why this shield got so busted up. One, something we need to understand about Viking Age shields, and by a larger extension, plank-built shields, is that they are largely considered disposable. You're going to use them for a battle, maybe 2. You're going to then have the important bits pried off and recycled into a new shield. So these were considered disposable. When you're using something like a wooden shield against things like spears and swords and axes, they're going to get busted up. Secondly, this shield was just ratchet strapped to a tree where it was taking all that damage directly to its face and to its sides. And this doesn't really represent how shields are used. Viking Age shields are a very active piece of armor. You don't just hold it out in front of you and let the other guy hit you. You're moving this shield around, maneuvering around your opponent, deflecting blows away from you. It's a very active piece of equipment. When it's just ratchet strapped to a tree and it's just taking that force directly on, it's going to obviously take more damage than what we see in actual battle situation. Finally, we do know of examples of plank-built shields that show signs of repair. There have been some that we found with either metal or wood pieces put on either side of a crack or a plank and then riveted together to hold it together. I believe the Gokstad shield shows on either side of the cracks drill holes where we believe somebody went and sewed the crack together as kind of a makeshift quick repair on that shield. Very cool shields. I love Viking Age shields. And I'm really happy with how the Gen 5 Viking Age shield held up. So where do you get your own Birchouse Workshop Gen 5 shield? Well, I'm going to put a link in the description to all the places you can contact us to get your own period accurate Viking shield. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video. Link in the description. Why am I saying comments? Description, 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 description. All right, go ahead. Go ahead and press play.
Oh, it is play.
Oh.